Hey everyone, Fitzroy here. Let's face it, credit can feel like this big, mysterious thing, especially if you're just starting out. You hear people talking about credit scores, interest rates, loans, and it can seem overwhelming. But trust me, it doesn't have to be. No credit history? No problem. Everyone starts somewhere. And the sooner you begin, the faster you build. Think of it like building a house. You can't just slap on a roof without a solid foundation, right? Credit's the same way. You need to build it up steadily, brick by brick. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to build credit from scratch, step by step, even if you've never had a credit card or loan before. We're going to break down everything from secured credit cards to credit builder loans, and even some lesser-known tricks to boost your score. So, if you're ready to unlock the world of financial freedom and build a credit score that'll make banks drool, then buckle up and let's get started. The first step to building credit from scratch is getting your hands on a secured credit card. This is like a starter credit card, perfect for people with little to no credit history. Think of it as a training ground to prove you can handle credit responsibly. Now, a secured card works a little differently than a regular credit card. With a secured card, you put down a security deposit, usually a few $100s, which acts as collateral. This deposit reduces the risk for the credit card company because if you don't pay your bills, they can use your deposit to cover the losses. The great thing is, this deposit usually becomes your credit limit. So if you put down $500, you'll have a $500 credit limit. Use the card for small, everyday purchases like groceries or gas, and then pay off the balance in full and on time each month. This shows lenders you're responsible with credit and helps you build a positive credit history. Remember, consistency is key here. Think of it like going to the gym. You won't see results overnight, but with regular effort, you'll start seeing those credit muscles grow. Alright, so you've got your secured credit card, congratulations. Now comes the crucial part, using it responsibly. The key here is to treat your secured card like a debit card, not free money. Remember, the goal is to build healthy credit habits, not rack up debt. Focus on making small manageable purchases with your card, like groceries, gas, or that occasional Netflix subscription. The amount you spend doesn't have to be huge, it's about demonstrating consistent, responsible credit use. Avoid the temptation to max out your card or make big purchases you can't afford to pay off immediately. Remember, carrying a balance on your card means you'll be charged interest, which defeats the purpose of building credit responsibly. Think of it like this. Every time you use your secured card for essential purchases and pay it off on time, you're essentially giving yourself a small financial pat on the back. You're building a positive credit history, one responsible purchase at a time. Alright, so you've got your secured card, you're using it responsibly, and you're ready to level up your credit building game. One of the fastest ways to do that is by becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card. Think of it like piggybacking on their good credit history. Now, this strategy works best if you have a family member or close friend with great credit who's willing to add you to their account. But remember, this is a big ask, and it requires a lot of trust on both sides. You're essentially linking your credit history to theirs, so make sure you have a clear understanding and open communication with the primary cardholder. Once you're added as an authorized user, their positive credit history gets factored into your credit score. This can give your score a nice boost, especially if the account has a long history of on-time payments and low credit utilization. It's like getting credit for being responsible, even if you haven't had a chance to build a long credit history of your own yet. Just remember, while being an authorized user can be a great shortcut, it's not a magic bullet. You still need to build your own positive credit history by using credit responsibly and managing your finances well. Alright, here's another powerful tool in your credit building arsenal, the credit builder loan. Now, this strategy might seem a little counterintuitive at first because you're basically taking out a loan to build credit, but trust me, it can be a game changer, especially if you're starting with no credit history. Here's how it works. You borrow a small amount of money from a lender, typically a credit union or community bank. But here's the catch. Instead of getting the money up front, it gets deposited into a savings account that you can't touch until you've fully repaid the loan. Each month, you make on-time payments towards the loan, and the lender reports your payment history to the credit bureaus. Think of it like a forced savings plan with the added bonus of building credit. You're essentially proving to lenders that you can handle debt responsibly, even if it's a small amount. And the best part is, by the end of the loan term, you'll have a nice little nest egg saved up. Alright, let's talk about a relatively new and innovative way to boost your credit score, using tools like Experian Boost. Now this is a free service offered by Experian, one of the 3 major credit bureaus, that allows you to add your positive payment history for things like utilities and phone bills to your credit report. Traditionally, these types of payments weren't factored into your credit score, but Experian Boost changes the game by giving you credit for paying your bills on time, even if it's just for your Netflix subscription or your cell phone plan. Hey, every little bit helps, right? To use Experian Boost, you'll need to create an account and link your bank accounts or credit cards that you use to pay your bills. Experian will then scan your transaction history for eligible payments and add them to your credit report. It's like getting bonus points for being responsible with your money. Alright, let's talk about the big one: payment history. This single factor makes up a whopping 35% of your credit score. That's more than anything else. It's like the foundation of your credit house. If you're not paying your bills on time, everything else kind of falls apart. Think of it like this: every time you make a payment on time, you're basically telling lenders, hey, I'm responsible, I keep my promises, you can trust me with your money. And that, my friends, is exactly the message you want to send. On the flip side, late payments can be a real buzzkill for your credit score. We're talking late fees, increased interest rates, and a big old red flag on your credit report. And trust me, those red flags can stick around for a while, making it tougher to get approved for loans, apartments, even jobs down the line. So, how do you stay on top of your payments? Set reminders, automate payments, whatever works for you. Just make it a non-negotiable part of your financial routine. Remember, consistency is key when it comes to building a solid credit history. Alright, let's talk credit utilization. This is another biggie, accounting for a solid 30% of your credit score. In a nutshell, it's how much of your available credit you're actually using. Lower utilization is better, showing lenders you're responsible and not maxing out your cards every month. Now the magic number you want to aim for is 30% or less. Let's say your credit limit is $1,000. That means you want to keep your balance below $300. Staying below this threshold demonstrates to lenders that you're managing your credit wisely and not living beyond your means. Think of it like this: imagine your credit limit is a delicious pizza. Eating 1 or 2 slices shows you're enjoying it responsibly, but devouring the whole thing in one sitting, well, that might raise some eyebrows. It's the same with credit. Moderation is key. Keeping your utilization low not only boosts your credit score but also saves you money in the long run by avoiding high interest charges. It's a win-win situation. Building credit isn't complicated, but it does take consistency and patience. Follow the plan we've laid out, stay disciplined, and you'll unlock financial doors faster than you think. Imagine qualifying for that dream apartment, snagging a loan with a killer interest rate, or finally ditching that security deposit on your utilities. That's the power of good credit. If you're ready to build your credit from scratch, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'm starting today. Let's build that credit score together. Download your free credit starter checklist at investu.com. It's packed with all the tips and tricks we talked about today, plus some bonus goodies to accelerate your credit building journey. And don't miss our next video: credit card versus debit card. Which should you use? We'll dive deep into the pros and cons of each, so you can make informed decisions for your wallet. Until next time, stay financially savvy.